Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Live from inside the world-famous Sugar Shack in Texas, USA.
All right.
It's the In Wheel Time car talk show. Coming
Awesome
up,
country.
We're going to talk to Tammy Dooley with the Granbury Chamber of Commerce about the LSSRA. Makes me choke. I can't get it all out.
Oh, my.
That's the Lone Star Street Rod Association. Big meetup 1 week from today.
You bet.
We'll be sweating to the oldies up there.
Visit Granbury.com.
There you go. Conrad's always looking for that commercial plug.
Yeah,
Okay, whatever. We also have the upcoming events calendar this hour. Mars reviews the new Kia Sportage. Plus, you'll hear the stories making automotive news headlines. Howdy. Along with Mike Out of This World Mars, King Conrad DeLong. We need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Thanks so much for joining us today. By the way, we were off to a roaring start here in the studio early this morning. Jeff and I were. Before the boys got here, Jeff opened the door. I followed him in. He says, "Oh, look at that. Look at that." And right over here, if you're watching us, right over here in Jeff's area.
My area,
was a hairy thing. We couldn't quite identify
I thought it was Conrad, but no, it was a hairy.
It was.
I don't move that fast.
It was either a big rat or a possum. We're not sure what it was. Well, as it turns out, it was a possum.
Like a teenage possum.
A teenage possum. It was more than a baby, but it wasn't a full-size adult. And, of course,
fortunately.
And it shot down over there. Didn't hiss at us or anything, but we got the rake and the broom out and shoveled it around.
Standing on top of the chair, screaming like 7-year-old
That would
girls.
be Jeff, not me. And it shot over here, and then shot over there, and then we had we got it cornered over there, and we had the door open and everything to get it out. Nope, went over there by the rakes and the brooms over in the corner, and finally, Mars arrives in the midst of all this, and I said,
"Daddy,
here's a broom."
Well, he's from Nederland. They eat possums over there. Mars was looking for lunch.
Mars, have you ever
You
eaten
brought lunch in. Oh,
have you ever eaten a possum?
No, sir.
No?
Squirrel?
My dog's eaten a few of them in the backyard, but I haven't.
You haven't? Yeah. Did you ever have squirrel?
Oh, yeah. We used to go squirrel hunting a lot.
Did you ever eat squirrel brains?
No.
I understand they're pretty nasty, but apparently some sort of delicacy in some parts of the United States. Over there, a little bit further east than you.
That's right. And I eat crawfish, but I don't suck the heads.
I've never had crawfish. Don't do crawfish.
No,
I
I'm
eat
not.
crawfish. But I grew up eating lobster where,
It's like a baby crawfish.
the chum in a lobster is a whole lot more than a chum in a crawfish.
Chum.
Okay. I didn't know you named him.
Chumley.
Chumley.
Remember Chumley?
I didn't know you named him, yeah.
What show was that on?
I was
Pawn
on that-
Stars.
Yeah.
Huh?
PAWN Stars.
Chumley, yeah. Well, it was also a cartoon character in some cartoon thing from the 60s. Anyway.
Showing your age again.
Yes, I always do that. Now, joining us from the Zoom world of connections, here she is, ladies and gentlemen, Tom's daughter, Tammy Dooley, Chamber of Commerce, Granbury,
Yay.
Texas, US of A.
Well, I love you guys, and we are great partners with the Chamber, but we're the Convention and Visitors Bureau, Visit Granbury. So even though I love our director of the Chamber, I'm with the tourism department, so I want to make sure I don't steal their thunder.
You are their thunder. You're everybody's thunder, and we appreciate that. And how's your husband?
He is doing great. I told him today he has to be Tom in your honor, and he gets a kick out of that. But he's Mike, but he's been called Tom his whole life.
He has been called Tom. I like that. Does he hang his head down?
No.
He does not. Okay, well, that's good.
He does not.
Okay. Hang down your head, Tom. Dooley.
I got it. I'm just wondering.
It's not like she hadn't heard this 5,000 times.
Hang down, you're going to die.
You're going to get more next week,
she's
by the way.
only woman, or anybody for that matter, that I know of Dooley.
That's true.
Well, it's cute. We're getting ready to have a grandbaby. and it's a little boy, and he's being named Michael after my husband, and his initials will be Mad. So we're going to call him our little Mad Dog Dooley. So
There you go.
There you go.
Well,
Yeah.
at least this just don't put any numerical nomenclature in there like 2020.
right.
Yeah, exactly. Tammy, we got a big event coming up next weekend.
We do, and we are ready. This is probably one of our biggest showcase events of the year. We love Lone Star Street Rod Association. It's so great because when they arrive into town, they have such a presence, and all these great cars start coming. We're at Hewlett Park for 2.5, 3 days, and it's just a family-friendly event, and people come from all over. They love Granbury. I'm not exactly sure what year it is, maybe 7 years here, but it's their 48th annual street run. It's an awesome event.
Well, we were first exposed to it a year ago, and we were taken aback, shall we say?
Very impressed.
Yeah, very impressed. Not only with the event itself, but with Granbury. What a great town to have this in, and I personally, I don't have any skin in the game here. I will tell you that the Street Rod Association is lucky to have such a wonderful little venue as Granbury.
Exactly.
Well, thank you. And thank you for being here last year. It was really neat having you here and experiencing this. And we do a lot of different car shows, but Lone Star, of course, is our favorite and largest. And we're a great community. Our population is only a little over 10,000, but we have 65,000 people around us. We're a retirement community, although we have a lot of young people moving here. And we're right now the 9th fastest growing county in America. So we are booming.
And Granbury is a great destination city to go visit. If you're looking for a weekend trip, climb in your car, go to Granbury. There's lots of things to do. Stunningly beautiful lake as well.
Thank you. And we are getting ready. This is news. We are getting ready to be designated as the celebration capital of Texas because for a small community, we have festivals almost every weekend. We have some event or 2 or 3 going on. We have a great music scene. We just became the 40th city in Texas to be designated a music-friendly community, which means a lot to our music industry. And this year we have applied and will receive our cultural arts district designation. So,
congratulations.
Thank you. We have a lot of quality of life here.
And I know, are you guys going to be doing I call it the poker tour, in downtown for the shops and stuff, for the spouses of the streetcar owners? I know last year you guys, that seemed like that was a lot of fun, where the spouses could kind of go in and out of different shops and package together some kind of reward at the end of the day.
They do that every year. It's become a annual tradition, and a lot of people bring their lawn chairs too and just hang out at the park all weekend. And it will be hot, but in a good way. And we're right next to the lake, and lots of good restaurants to cool off in. So it just makes for a great weekend.
Yeah, Rick was telling me also that one of the other things they do, they basically put on a parade for some of the senior citizen facilities that you've got around there, that they said is well received. I can't talk.
They do, and I can tell you that everyone who has experienced that for the first time gets very emotional. These residents in the nursing homes, are so appreciative, and they sit out in their wheelchairs or their chairs and they wave at the cars. They would never get this opportunity to go, down there to the park and see this. And I've had adults cry when they see it. It's just amazing.
Well, I'm sure it brings back a lot of memories for a lot of them, because they are the older people, and that goes back to their youth, things that they can remember. Like you say, they don't get to experience that any other way.
And it's an event. It's something to do that people bring that to them. that they have that feeling of, hey, somebody cares.
And I know that Kathy and I want to stay an extra day through Sunday morning. When you said the poker tour or the buildings, how do you register for that? Is that something that goes on in the afternoon or the morning?
When you get here at the conference center, which is the host for the event, I know you'll be over at the park where the cars are, but the conference center is actually the main office and where people register, and you just get all the details there.
Okay.
And they'll give you everything you need. I think you can register for it any time, and then you just go to stores, on the square, have them give you a card, and then I've never played it, but everyone loves it. So, and the merchants really appreciate it too.
Now, the conference center is across the highway from Hewlett Park, right?
Yes.
They're on the lake, right by I think it's a Hilton or something.
The hotel.
Correct. Yeah. Correct. And the conference center is amazing. We last year hosted 115 different meetings and events there. So it's a very popular, unique venue to have here in Granbury. It's about 11 years old right now.
Wow.
Very nice. It looks cool whenever you pull up there.
I'm excited about going. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so great. And if you have time on visitgranbury.com or the Lake Granbury Conference Center.org websites, you can log in, and we have a lake cam, and you can see the lake in real time, anytime, to see what the weather's like from 4 different angles. It's really neat. Everyone likes that. And if you go on our tiki cruise, which I highly recommend if you stay an extra night, I would make reservations for the tiki cruise down the lake. And you can log into the website and then take a selfie of yourself going by from the lake camp.
Tiki cruise.
Yeah. And Conrad, you can wear those Bermuda shorts that you're going to bring.
And that straw hat.
I was going to wear the grass skirt.
That'd be perfect. I think that's exactly what you need to wear.
That'd be more like a lawn skirt. With you.
Yeah, I was thinking like a bale
and the coconuts.
Oh my gosh! Well, are you going to
kick me off the cruise?
You need to
throw me off.
check that out.
We have to go and set up at 6 a.m. Next Saturday morning. You going to be there with the welcoming committee?
You bet. I'm sure that I'll be down there visiting with you at some point. Just tell me when.
Well, like I said, 6 a.m.
Yeah, that
probably won't happen.
There'll be another fishing tournament or something you'll have to go to. Yeah.
Hey, so what do we do for food around there during the event? Now, the event, I think it opens at 10, is it? 9 or 10? Yeah. So what are we going to do for food? I mean, is there food around there?
Oh, my gosh. There's so much, so many selections. And, I mean, I recommend, if you can get away at all, to come to some of the many restaurants on the square, but also right across the street from right next to the conference center is the Mesquite Pit, and they're famous for their margaritas and their brisket and all that.
That's all she had to say.
Yeah, she had me at margarita.
And you can go to visitgranbury.com and click on the foodie trail, and there's a whole list of restaurants and stuff on the foodie trail.
Oh, yeah, you find that now. Where was that last year?
I'm looking at it now.
And also, the Hilton has amazing food, great breakfast, and there's all kind of DoorDash services if you don't want to leave the park. And then I believe they'll have a couple of food trucks down there. And, I mean, the list goes on. We actually have a company here in Granbury called Flytrek, and you can actually order food and have it flown in by drone and dropped off to you.
Nice. Oh, there we go.
Sure, no problem there. Yeah, especially with all the trees.
As the birds attack the drone.
Yeah.
There are also a lot of options on the lake. So if you really want to experience the lake, try out Stumpy's. They're famous for their fish tacos. There's, again, Mesquite Pit would be your closest, and those are always good options.
I want to sign up for Tammy's Granbury tour. And so you just, let's go over here. We're going to stop here. We need to go up the way just a little bit around the lake and go there. And
Ketzler's Schnitzel House.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
That's a catchy name.
Ketzler's is one of our favorite, and the owners are amazing people. Best German food you'll ever eat. Great bar, great atmosphere. I mean, we really have it going on here. So many people come, they think they'll stay one day, and they always extend their stay. And then they'll come back on another trip because they want to maybe take in the history or the ghost and legends tours and all that stuff. So, I mean, there's so many different things you can explore here. It's just your preference.
How far are you from Fort Worth?
We are 35 minutes away.
Oh, my gosh.
Quick trip.
Just a short ride.
Just a quick hop, skip, and a jump.
Take you that long to get to dinner from here.
Yeah, exactly. One of the things that I did with my kids when they were growing up,
they survived.
We did things like the Texas tour, and we would go to, San Antonio was always a favorite place with the girls. And we always looked for places that we could take the girls and do a 2 or 3 or 4 day vacation. And we didn't know anything about Granbury at the time, but it seems to me that this would be a perfect spot to take the family.
It's perfect. There's a show you may or may not be familiar with called The Day Tripper, and Chet Garner features cities in Texas.
I've seen it.
It's amazing, and he has spent his whole career after being an attorney and stuff just showcasing things in Texas, and you can literally never leave Texas and see anything you want. And so Granbury is recently featured, and often featured, I should say. And it's just because there's so much to do.
I've seen the show. When he gets into the restaurants and the food, I have to turn it off because I get hungry every time.
Exactly. And hey, we're all about eating here in Texas. We have a foodie trail, and we actually, not to brag, but the Texas Travel Awards just announced us as the winner best foodie destination in Texas, and we were the only little community in the competition. It was Austin, Fredericksburg, and San Antonio, they're definitely on my food travel plans. And I love those cities, and here little Granbury gets in the competition and we win.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Yeah. So the food is amazing here.
We will definitely partake while we're there.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I can't thank you enough for taking the time to talk to us today. And I will tell you that we will be arriving on Friday evening, and checking into the hotel to be able to get up the next morning, we hope, and get out there to the Hewlett Park and set up and start our broadcast at 8 o'clock. And we look forward to seeing you.
Well, I will be there. Look forward to having you. If you're coming in Friday, make reservations at some of the restaurants downtown, and you won't be disappointed.
Very good. We shall do that. Tammy, we'll see you next Saturday.
All right. Travel safe. We'll see you when you get to Granbury.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already looking at some of the menus.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. Go ahead and make reservations ahead of time.
I'm leaving this afternoon.
Yeah. Time now for the events calendar, and we've got a big one coming up, which you just spent 15 minutes talking about, and that's our trip to Granbury next weekend for the Lone Star Street Rod Association.
There you go. I can't wait.
And if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, it's definitely worth the trip.
Yeah.
So come on out and see some beautiful cars and visit a great little city.
Countryside.
So other stuff that's going on is tomorrow morning is Woodlands Cars and Coffee for a Cause off of Market Street at 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Coffee and Chrome tomorrow is at the Avalon Diner, basically at 90 and 69, 59. What do you call it now?
Freeway.
Southwest Freeway?
Yeah.
And then June 11th is the HPD Twin Peaks meet in the Woodlands at the Twin Peaks restaurant in Shenandoah.
Now, these aren't cruise-ins. These are events,
These
right?
are events, yeah.
Okay.
And then June 24th is, again, the Lone Star Drift Round 3 at the Houston Police Academy. July 15th is the Texas Road to Revolution Cruise.
Right.
Going to gather up at the Black Bear Diner in Humble, Texas, and take a cruise through the woodlands of East Texas. That's it.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Mr. Mars has been chomping at the bit, waiting impatiently down at the other end of the dais here.
Absolutely.
And he's got a review of the 2023 Kia Sportage.
I had seen this vehicle out on the road a couple of times, and my wife drives a Sonata, so we've got some connections there to the Kia. And I was really looking forward to driving this vehicle. 2023 Kia Sportage. It actually comes in 7 different trim levels. We were driving the SX Prestige all-wheel drive hybrid. Now, this is it's not mid-range, a little bit closer to the upper end level, but it's one of the more equipped trim levels, if you will. Now, it was completely redesigned for 2023, and so now this is the 5th generation. And it is a compact crossover, and I was very happy to see they didn't try and cram a third-row seat into this thing. Makes for a nice space in the back to have plenty of places to put your cargo and thing. You can get a front-wheel drive on the base trim level, the LX only. Everything else is going to be all-wheel drive for this particular model. So we had the Shadow Matte Gray paint. Now this is the flat gray paint. So
what's it called?
It says Shadow Matte Gray.
Matte.
M-O-T-T. Oh, excuse me, Matt. I can't read my own writing.
Oh my God! Well, what the hell is Matte paint?
Okay, so let me make an A right here. Yeah, tune in next week. That's an A. Shadow Matte Gray.
Shut up.
And and it had the black handles. Had
all I could think of was Matte applesauce.
I was thinking the same thing.
So it was a kind of rough paint.
Yeah,
like orange peel, like a Corvette.
It's about like this conversation's going here in my car review.
And I want to tell all the people that at Kia that are listening to this car review, it's his fault. He did it, and we're not. And we're not nothing to do with it.
And he's also going to be doing the editing on this car review.
Cut.
So it has the LED lighting package, including the projector headlights, fog lights, etc. And it does have the hybrid powertrain, so this is all part of that package that comes with it. It had a panoramic sunroof, roof rails, had a rear spoiler on it, had a hands-free liftgate. Now, we had the optional 18-inch dark alloy wheels, which is part of the SX Prestige package that goes with it. And you put that with the matte paint and the dark and the blacked-out handles and stuff, and it's really kind of striking that it's it's almost like a little bit of chrome because it's a gloss.
Looks like the interior to me.
Well, it is. So
we started with
I got ahead. We got sidetracked. It took a little time. It didn't stay synced up with the video. So you get to the interior that we now have on the screen here.
Yeah, I'm rolling it.
And he's rolling. So we have, of course, it's got the bucket seats up front. It's heated and ventilated front seats. We've got a reclining 60/40 rear seat that does also fold down. So, again, there's part of your cargo and space in this thing. Has a 12.3-inch instrument screen and a 12.3-inch display for all your convenience controls. So it's like a big, large, both of them are curved just slightly, so it makes it look almost like it's one continuous screen. And it's got the Harman Kardon premium audio in it, so technology. It's got lots of good stuff there, wireless chargers, front and rear USBs, Apple and Android, of course. So it's got all the technology that you're looking for the family on the trip. Now, up under the hood, 1.6-liter turbo hybrid setup. Now, it's equivalent to 227 horsepower. Now, it's backed by a 6-speed automatic transmission. Now, you get this vehicle, you can probably get a Sportage. If you properly get it equipped, you can tow up to 2,500 pounds with this vehicle. Now, the EPA says you should be looking for 38 miles equivalent in the city, 38 on the highway, and 38 combined because of the hybrid nature of this vehicle. Now, I got 30.2 across 369.3 miles. And I kind of questioned that as to the computer, but I looked at how many miles I put out on the highway, so I didn't really get to take advantage that much of the hybrid. I will tell you that when I did crank it up in the morning and get ready to use it, it was nice to have it nice and quiet on the electric power before it kicked into
sneaking away from Becky.
Well, it's in the neighbors and everybody else. So, but when you go to drive it, it's really got a it's really smooth and compliant out on the road without being wobbly or being overly rough, stiff type thing. So, you felt connected to the road, but you didn't feel like a sports car hot rod type thing. It was just a nice driver, quiet cabin. The seating is good. It felt comfortable in the front seat and the rear seat because they didn't try and cram that third row in there. Now, the base model price for a Sportage is $27,615. base trim price for this vehicle that we were driving, the SX Prestige Hybrid, $36,190. Now, as tested price, $38,530. Now, it's a very super competitive segment whenever you get into that compact crossover, or SUV, I guess they're calling them all now. The Honda CR-V starts at $28,410. The Nissan Rogue starts at $27,300. And the Toyota RAV4 is at $28,275. So they're all right there in that $27,000, $28,000 category in that level. However, should note, Kia does come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty on their vehicles. So if you're looking for something you want to drive long-term, and I actually really like this, and I mentioned to my wife, and it is a little bit smaller than her Sorento, but like all things that are growing in this environment we have, it's not that much smaller, and I really enjoyed driving this vehicle, and it would be one that I would look at if I was looking for something in that category.
So you're going to get Becky a new car? Newer car? No. You'll be on the couch again.
You got to get off of it. You got to get off of it first.
Well, Mr. Mars,
sir,
I still can't get over the Mott paint job.
God, I'm not sure where that came from.
Well, you're writing.
Yeah, you did. Well, that's exactly what I wrote down. I'm telling you, Mott
paint job.
Mott the Hoople.
Mott the Hoople and Mott's applesauce.
Yeah.
I did want to go back just for a moment. We were talking to Tammy Dooley with the Convention and Visitors Bureau up there in Granbury. I did not realize that Jesse James is buried there. Did you know that?
Oh,
I did not know that.
The outlaw.
Jesse James died August 15th, 1951.
I'll be darned.
I remember it well.
Where's Josie Wales?
I don't know. The outlaw Josie Wales?
He's in Missouri, I think.
Is he? Well, see there, I pulled up the Day Tripper website.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they've got a whole section here on Granbury. And it's very interesting because they talk about Historic Square, the Nutshell Bakery, Jesse James' grave in the Granbury Cemetery, Acton State Historic Site, Elizabeth Crockett, the wife of Davy, the Eagle Mountain Farmhouse Cheese Factory. I mean, it's a lot of stuff they got going on. Oh, and here's Ketzler's Schnitzel House and Beer Garden.
I was looking at that. That's where I want to go eat.
Is it?
I was thinking about we ought to see what's downtown around that square.
You're going to see how many schnitzels you can eat?
No, because they have red cabbage and sauerkraut.
Oh, Lord. You're staying in your own damn room, I can tell you that.
Sure.
The N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for N-Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and InWheelTime.com. 30-minute podcasts are at your fingertips on over a dozen of the most popular podcast outlets. The N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break. Everyone at the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, thank you for participating in the best cruise in around and look forward to seeing you again. You'll hear about the next cruise in date right here on In-Wheel Time. Next time you're in the West Houston Energy Corridor area, be sure and stop in at the original Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex at I-10 and Highway 6 or the Katy location on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard. When passing through Beaumont or College Station, stop in and have Lupi's award-winning beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. There's always a celebration at Lupi Tortilla. Lupi Tortilla founder Stan Holt and his wife Sheila are winning racers on the NHRA drag racing circuit and have a collection of hot rods and classics that everyone appreciates. Look for them at the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In. The date will be announced soon and will once again be held at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex on 99 and Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 and Katy. We'll give you all the details right here on the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show and online. Donations benefit God's Garage. We'll see you then. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. The award-winning In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available on the most popular podcast channels out there in 30-minute episodes. We realize our 3-hour live show can be difficult to catch in its entirety, so now you can listen every day to a convenient, fresh 30-minute episode. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Audible, along with a dozen more. In-Wheel Time has the most informative automotive guest interviews and new car reviews, along with popular features including Conrad's Car Clinic and This Week in Auto History, along with automotive news headlines. Our live broadcast airs every Saturday, 8 to 11 Central on InWheelTime.com, the iHeart app, and on YouTube. Be sure to say hello when we're broadcasting from the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise Inn, Autorama, and the Houston Auto Show, among others. Now, it's easier than ever to hear about all things automotive all week long. You're invited to join fellow car enthusiasts in becoming part of the ever-growing In-Wheel Time Car Talk family. Don't forget those 30-minute podcast episodes on your favorite podcast channel. That's it for this podcast episode of the In-Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.